Всем привет! Давно я не записывал в Genshin какой-нибудь сюжет. Ну, сюжет я записал, конечно. Ивенты я не записывал, потому что, если честно, мне как-то уже надоело записывать ивенты, да тем более эти были. И вот тут вот есть с короной, так что здесь по сути должен, сюжет и так далее. Так что, чё бы не записать его. Хотя я говорил, когда версия будет 4.2, я буду записывать все почти что. Как-то не хочется, да, и дофига в разных играх вышло обновление, так что я в них сижу. Так что, если что, в принципе, как сказать, в принципе, в одной игре скоро обнову закончу, так что может быть, это вряд ли, не точно. Буду записывать Genshin почаще, как я сказал, не факт. Так что ладно. Хватит болтать, продолжим. Будем записывать. Проходить терпение. А че зовем дальше? Даже как Телькси какой-то. Ладно.
That can't be right. Oh, but what if they're real after all? No, that can't be. But
Greetings, miss. Is there something that's bothering you?
oh, no, it's nothing. I'm Della Roche, the representative of the Fontaine Fishing Association. How can I? Oh, so you're adventurers. Oh, finally, someone has heard my prayers.
Paimon could tell you were really bothered by something. Don't worry, you've got two super experienced adventurers right here. We'll take care of anything and everything for you.
Oh, you are exactly the helpers I need. See, they disappeared too quickly for it to have been the work of right, but unfortunately, as the rep
So you'd like us to investigate the...
Exactly. You're right, Anamora. So I thought I could delegate this work to you. Are you two some kind of prophets?
Yeah, we're just really experienced in this...
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'll get a good night's sleep. No,
But don't we just need to investigate the missing fish?
no, you mustn't let your guard down. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I have good reason to believe that the fish. Yes, you're both Outlanders, right? Our local fairy tales often speak of the story our parents would tell us was always the same. If we went to the water alone,
A child eating water imp? Did they...
my father would always describe it as a beautiful, multicolored snake woman, while my mother said it had a handsome face. It's really strange, though, because even though the tales vary regarding its appearance, everyone agrees that it's really dangerous. It lives in an underwater cave, and once it finds a child, it uses its alluring singing voice to lure them into the...
Sounds kinda scary. But isn't that pretty...
But what if the fairy tale was inspired by a real-life tale? Just like how well, I wouldn't call it evidence per se, but I've heard some rumors lately. They say that someone
So you mean someone really got eaten?
It's all hearsay, so it's hard to confirm. But still, they all say this happened. Both the Opera House and the Fountain of Lucine were built there, and the sources of many water veins can be traced to the island. Is it really so shocking that an island so
Why does Paimon feel like you're pulling our leg? You're just piling on the rumors now.
Oh, marvelous. Then I'll just mark the stretch of water on your map. Don't forget that no matter what.
То есть так, секундочку, мне надо кое-что сделать. Так, и тут я отключил музыку в одном. Так, говори. Отключил музыку в кое-какой программе, а то она играла иногда, когда я выходил из окна. Так. И откуда мне лучше-то, блин? Давай оттуда.
Is this the stretch of water Delaroche was talking about? It looks really peaceful. Huh? These look pretty fresh. Did the water imp get someone again? Let's look around and see if we can find anything else. Wait! Did you hear something just now?
Понятно, кто.
What is that? Don't come any closer!
Paimon? Traveler? I'm sorry. I forgot I was still wearing this.
Fremine!
Paimon, are you okay?
Paimon nearly mistook you for a water imp. Thank goodness it was just you wearing your helmet.
Huh? A water imp? Telksy, you say?
Huh? You know that name too? Or do you know someone else who's trying to investigate?
No. I think our situations are probably unrelated. Sure, if that's in order. I know the name because of one of my employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop and contacted me through the shop's owner. She has, following her request, I've named the toy Telksy.
Huh? But isn't it a little creepy to name a toy after a water imp?
Yeah, but, she made a special request. It's alright, though. She'll be coming over to check on my progress shortly, and I'll just tell her that you're two of my trustworthy companions.
Huh. Even though you seem a little cold and reserved sometimes, you're still really considerate. Our target.
The fish? These past few weeks, I've been taking Telksy for underwater testing every day. The pressure testing makes a lot of... So, all that about the disappearing...
So that's how it was? That actually makes a lot of sense. Wait, so could that mean the child we heard about who walked into the water?
Yes, I think that's quite likely.
So in the end, it was just Fremine. Paimon spent all this time imagining what a water imp for...
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've created a lot of trouble for everyone else as well. I'll try to finish this commission as soon as possible. Once I'm... thanks for offering. But
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Didn't you just call it?
But... don't you need to report back to your commissioner?
Nope, that's not how it works. See, Paimon's got these commissioner types all figured out. Even though if we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding, you can bet they'd just immediately hand us another Exactly! So if we can help you finish up your work and get the fish back, that would save us an extra trip.
Is that what you'd like to do? Huh. Alright, I'll trust your judgment. Please. I've stored Telksy in the tent. He can respond to some simple verbal commands. You can try calling his name and see if he'll come over.
Whoa, sounds pretty advanced. Let Paimon give it a try. Hey, Telksy, are you there?
Прикольно. Азбука Морзе.
So that's Fremine's version of Telksy. It's also penguin-shaped.
Yep. Had Telksy lived in Penguin Town, he'd probably have become great friends with Pear. It's not really anywhere famous or important.
Hey, Telksy, nice to meet you. Do you know how...
I wanted to install a language output module, but due to time constraints, as it stands, Telksy can only output messages that were pre-written into its motherboard. I haven't given him the ability to convert those messages into discern.
No need to get so technical. So basically, you.
No, there's no need. That wasn't one of my employees. I have 2 other things I'd like your help with. The first is to do some integration testing on Telksy's motherboard.
That doesn't sound too.
The other shouldn't take too long either. You'll need to find Telksy some colorful shells and coral.
A weapon? Will Telksy have to fight?
Mm-hmm. Telksy will need to be able to charge forward with a weapon in hand. Like that brave...
What an imaginative employer! Naming Telksy after a water imp, but wanting him to look like a...
Well, regardless of his role or species, Telksy's
Whoa! Telksy just said something again! Could he understand what we were...
He can react to certain key words, but unfortunately, due to the lack...
That's a pity. But anyway, the most important thing right now is for us to get to work. Maybe let's start by...
Sounds good. The motherboard is on my workbench. Ah, here we go. I have this testing manual. Want to give it a try? It's okay if you don't succeed immediately. Okay. Knowing you, I'm...
Это главные платы. Чё тут? Не понял.
You're doing...
We've taken on a lot of similar tasks.
Then let's move on to the underwater part. It's oh, speaking of which, you're both already pretty used to Fontaine's underwater environment. Okay, that's good. Just let me...
Никуда.
It should be right over there. We'll be able to find something that'll help us with our search. This is it. We call this thing an echoing conch. It can detect special reflection waves in the water. Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out. Alright, these should be enough. Let's head back to camp. Thank...
Могу. Могу.
Ah, Fremine, you're back. I thought you might have been out diving.
I'm sorry, Madame d'Estray. I must have kept you waiting.
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not your supervisor.
Oh, they're two of my trustworthy companions. They're here to...
Yes, I see. I suppose it's only natural for someone responsible like you.
It's really nice to meet you, Madame Destray. Are you Fremine's employer? Paimon is Paimon, and this is...
Greetings, my new friends. Just call me Zuria. You are both so adorable. The sight of you reminds...
Oh, do you really think so?
Of course. If my child had friends like you, then perhaps he wouldn't have become so obsessed with the tales of...
Obsessed with the...
Ah, so you don't know anything about my request yet? I would...
Well, Fremine told us that it was a private matter, so he didn't want to just share it willingly.
I see. So Monsieur Fremine is even more discreet than I had thought. But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all of my troubles on you without your permission.
Sure, you can tell us anything. You've already said nice things about us, so we'll try our best to help you get through your troubles.
Ah, what a lovely little fairy. Then let me think of a way to put my situation into... Simply put, parents came up with a story, painting water imps as scary abductors in an effort to convince their children to stay away from the water.
Infatuated? With a what?
Yes. He told me that he thought the water imp might have just been misunderstood. In his mind, instead of singing to...
Huh. So he wanted to become friends with the water imp so it wouldn't be lonely any longer?
Thank you, little Paimon. He indeed has always stood out from the crowd. He was actually diagnosed with It's a type of mental disorder. Those affected by it often feel extremely lonely and lose interest in many mundane activities.
Oh no. Is it a very...
If you were to become afflicted with the disorder, Paimon...
No! Paimon won't accept that! We would have to find a doctor to help cure Paimon. Paimon has a 2,000-word quota for daily conversations with the traveler, and she won't settle for a single word less!
The family doctor has already begun to treat my son. But since the disorder is rare, there aren't many good regimens for treatment. He's also...
Huh? Uncontrollable...
Uncontrollable delusions. To put it simply, he can no longer differentiate between
Then what is he seeing in his fantasy world?
It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger. I've compiled what I could understand of his recent rambling.
Amazing! Your son came up with all of this? He really crafted...
But perhaps no beautiful dream can ever last long. You see...
How could the story end like this? Is that kind of fantasizing what caused your son to...
Well, it'd be more accurate to say that it was the syndrome that caused such terrible delusions to manifest. But in any case, the biggest problem is the patient of...
My poor child can no longer differentiate between imagination and reality.
Perhaps in his mind, the loneliness he felt became this...
What? So that's what you meant by uncontrollable delusion.
Alas, most of the time he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. I've had several discussions with the doctor, and we think he once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world. But since the disorder progressed too quickly, he never quite got past the first page of the book.
Ah! So Zuria's son also saw Telькси as a penguin.
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book. However, will lead the story to a different... We'll need to chase away his loneliness and sorrow, and let him perceive a world full of...
But if we just need to finish the picture book, why does Fremine need to make a Telksi as well?
Because we need to treat the book's story seriously, as if it's a history of things that have really happened. We'll need to go on a journey like Telksi, but my child can no longer go on a journey of his own. This is why I commissioned Fremine here to craft a Telksi, and then I'll...
Ah, like a stand-in for your son! Paimon's starting to get it now. Oh, you really put a lot of thought into this.
There are some ruins on the seabed of the Salacia Plains. I've already asked Fremine to research them for me. We'll be able to use one of the ruins.
Oh, so we'll just need to act out a performance of, a brave journey through the Kingdom of Water Imps. As long as...
Sadly, no. We won't just be putting on a performance. It's just as Zuria said. We need to take this seriously.
So we'll be playing it straight? Or, making it a fully immersive experience? Oh, nice.
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. It's not a big deal. I believe in my son. We can just see that... Keep your spirits up, everyone. If we were to look troubled, my son is sure to become anxious as well. We temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce. It's not far from the water, and there's also...
Understood. There's also one last thing. Since these two friends were able to help...
That's great news. I must thank you all. With that in mind, how about we meet here in 2 days' time? All right, everyone. Let's meet again in another 2...
Zuria sure is a brave and optimistic lady. Fremine, do you...
Let's discuss that over by the tent.
What is it, Fremine?
If you don't mind me... This is the first time that you've met anyone with the syndrome, right? If things don't quite turn out as we wish, I hope you'll be able to accept the outcome.
Fremine, why do you bring this up all of a sudden? Didn't we just promise Zuria that we'll be optimistic about everything working?
It's not that I'm not optimistic.
So that's why you looked like you knew exactly what she was talking about. Wait, Fremine, don't...
No. Please don't misunderstand. I've never had it. I've just... They say there are many factors surrounding the development of this illness. I've heard everything from hereditary factors and one's state of mind, and from the cases I've seen, there weren't many positive outcomes. In the world.
What? It can get that serious? And here Paimon thought they just...
Yeah, that's just the nature of it. So, if you'll find it difficult to cope with the worst-case scenario, I would prefer that you back out right now. I don't want you to...
Yeah, that's right. Paimon's seen all of those things too.
Really? Then in that case...
Yeah! But Paimon has a question. If this illness can really be as bad as you've described, after all, we'll just be using a toy as Telksi and some ruins as the Kingdom of Water Imps. The whole adventure will...
Well, I think it should be able to do something. To harbor a fantasy means that, but if we can help him regain control and escape from the darkness, we'll be able...
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now. Huh. How do you...
Well, maybe because I've also had many of my own dreams in the past. I even had my own fairy tale world, much like that boy's. So you remembered.
What Penguin Town? Why doesn't Paimon remember? Is that also a fairy tale world? Don't leave Paimon in the dark! Hey, why did you put that on?
It's just... one of... Anyway, Penguin Town is a peaceful place with lots of penguins. And Pear is the town's triumphant hero.
Pear? But didn't you make Pear yourself?
I often think that Pear only came to me because he realized how much I needed him. So it's...
Fremine, are you sure you're not losing control?
No, I don't think so. I can still differentiate between fantasy and reality. It might just be hidden, which is why it's difficult to see.
Specific times? Like when you put on your dive...
Yeah. That...
Really? Paimon just said that because you put on your helmet.
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater? It's as if you're viewing a whole different world from the outside. I have a similar feeling when I put on my diving helmet. In those moments...
Really? Like a miracle?
Well, if that's in order.
Hey, don't you still need time to work on Telksi's weapon? We don't want to keep you from...
Right. I still have to collect some tools I'll need to craft the weapon. I've got to finish everything before tomorrow. Thank you. Thanks for all of your help. I'll be off for now.
Еба. Ладно. А это что у нас доступ к королевству принца? Так, ну да, как обычно, 3 сюжетки. Ой, не 3 сюжетки, а 3 главы. Так, 3 дня, да? А, не 2 дня.
Is your child feeling any better?
Thank you for your concern, Fremine. His condition is fairly stable.
Surya, Fremine, we're here!
Seems like everyone's arrived.
Not quite. Aren't we missing someone? But... Hey, Telksi!
Вот это да. Прикольно выглядит.
Whoa! Telksi's got himself a sword and a shield now. He's looking sharp.
Indeed. With his weapons in hand, Telksi looks more formidable than ever.
We helped too.
Yes, you really had a good eye for materials. Everything you found was... Speaking of which... Zuria just told me that she wants to end the adventure with the core. You can just keep an eye out for them on our way to the ruins. I was planning to collect the materials
Seems like everything's ready to go.
Please wait a moment. I was just thinking. Since Telksi has already shown us his brand new appearance, we may...
Ooh, Paimon's excited now.
Why don't we use the story we know it?
So we'll take out the sad parts and replace them with happier.
All right, I'll give it a try. I'm not very adept at drawing, but I've seen a lot of art during my work.
Let me think. We can draw the weapon. The prince...
Okay, I'll add the weapons. Anything else?
Paimon wants to give him some friends. Telksi's got some friends by his side now, so he's no...
Okay, I'll also draw some companions. Anything else? Color. Ah, color, yes, that's really important. Who would have thought the page could have become so inspiring? How wonderful.
Great! Everyone looks super pumped up. Telksi...
Are you seeing this, my son? Are you feeling
I'm sure he is, Zuria.
That's right! Paimon can't wait to see the picture book when it's all finished. We should finish it as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to look forward to it as well. So let's get the show on.
Yay! Telksi's fantastic adventures begin!
Да не надо бить никого.
Look, those are materials that we can use for the crown, right? Let's get some for Fremine.
These should be enough. I knew you'd have a knack for finding the best materials. We shouldn't need it.
Oh, is that the entrance to the underwater ruins ahead?
Помощник. Помощник. ХП нету, ну ладно. Я не посмотрел, кто там будет-то, блядь. То пойду с таким, блядь.
So these are the underwater ruins that Fremine found. They're pretty amazing, but still not exactly the kind. Oh, yeah, Paimon knows. It's just... Paimon thought we'd actually see...
I'm sorry. I was hoping to put up some decorations, but ran out of time to...
Whoa, someone's already switched into fantasy mode.
Seems like the travelers already got the gist of things.
Don't underestimate Paimon. Paimon can flip the switch too. Young adventurers, 'tis Paimon, guardian goddess of this land.
We are the companions of Prince Telькси, your divine highness. We have...
Oh, reclaiming your glory. Thy goddess here has golden glory, silver glory.
Huh?
Not at all! This is the goddess's test! From your responses, so please accept the goddess's reward. And as for this prince, the goddess will also bestow upon you the rainbow
My gratitude to your divine highness for such generous blessings. Power is now...
Me too.
Now, adventurers, forge bravely ahead. Please be careful, brave adventurers. Just ahead are some evil enemies that have invaded the kingdom of water imps. They are called... really churls of the deep.
Those accursed enemies are back again. Your highness, please show them what you're made of. How dare you!
Да не бей.
Everyone hold hands.
We're under attack again. It's a lawmature of the deep. There's no need to fear, my friends. His highness is so strong that even a diviniture of the deep would pose no threat to him. Let's get it on!
It's finally over. So have we defeated the evil monsters?
Yes, it should now be time for us to attend Telksi's coronation ceremony. The only thing it was my mistake. I should have told Fremine earlier that we would all...
It's all because the Traveler and Goddess Paimon were too strong. We just...
It's okay, Zuria. We can come back again.
Then I must thank all of you again for taking the time. And you too, Telksi, my child.
Telksi's turning out to be a real expert at...
I don't think there's anything that will be able to stop.
Yes, I agree as well.
Let's head back to camp for now. I asked the traveler to search.
We can add an update to Telksi's fantastic adventures as well. Now the... Zuria and Fremine, why don't we draw the new pages first? Paimon really wants to update the picture book. Hey, you didn't have to say it out loud.
No problem. I'm happy to oblige. After overcoming many obstacles, Prince Telksi and his brave companions finally arrived at the entrance. At this time, the little fairy in the group, Paimon, revealed her true god.
Woohoo! The goddess has arrived! She praised the companions for their purity and...
Bathed under the goddess's glory, the prince and his companions charged into the bastion of evil, chased away the monsters.
Oh no, the crown isn't ready yet!
No. The crown was within the prince's reach, but the monsters took it with them as they fled. They haven't given up.
Oh, and Paimon can almost see it all happening then. Whoa, the pages are beautiful!
Thank you, everyone. We've also completed the second page of the picture book now. Telksi's my child. You'll also be able to brighten...
I'm sure he will, Zuria. Who knows? Perhaps the doctor will already have some good news for you.
I sure hope so, Your Divine Highness. Oh, Fremine, about the time...
Please don't worry. One day should be more than enough.
Ah, then I must thank you for your hard work. All right, let's rendezvous here and see you in 2 days, my lovely friends.
Что не поешь? Ой, давай. Чё? Ладно.
Alright, it's about time we start heading off too. You've still got some work.
Yeah. I'll need to go to the city shortly to get some parts for the base of the crown. I want to try out a few...
Yeah, Paimon knew that you didn't often take commissions from others, but Paimon had no idea.
Well, about that...
Because...
It's because...
what's the matter? And what's with that look on your face? You're turning red!
Am I turning red?
Alright!
Okay, thank you. I hope that everyone who's found themselves...
Как-то быстро прошел второй акт. Ну ладно. Берите очки. Окей. Ну это, скорее всего, мне лучше набирать именно старой командой, потому что эта команда мне не для битвы. Так что, по сути, мне лучше не старую команду. Так, 2 дня? 2 дня. Так, скорее всего, буду старой командой пользоваться, когда будет прям трудно.
Adventures! Let's go find Fremine at his camp! Hey, Fremine! Telksi! We're here!
Hello, Paimon.
Is the crown ready?
Yes, we're just waiting for Zuria now.
Then let's wait for her a little while. Or actually, maybe we can go find her. It's not too far from here anyway.
Hey, traveler, Paimon.
Oh, and speaking of...
Found you two at long last.
Huh? Why are you here, Miss Delaroche?
What could have happened? That water imp Telksi, of course. After I gave you that commission the other day.
Oh, that? We've got it all figured out now. The boy you heard about was just Fremine. Even the missing fish was his fault. Don't worry.
Oh, sorry about that.
Huh? Fremine diving? No. What I was told is that about a month ago, a child tied a bunch of heavy seashells onto his body and walked into this open stretch. 100% sure. I've confirmed the account with several veteran fishermen I know. The child was only 8 years old. His name was Lescaut. Lescaut de Stray.
Понятно.
Wait, let's go to Stray?
Yeah, that's the name. They say the family took on the name after moving to the city from a place called Stray. Anyway, his mother is a pretty famous art dealer, while his father passed away. Well, naturally, his mother was devastated by the incident and fell terribly ill. It's said that she...
It can't be, right? Let's go
I'm sorry, miss. We've got to go check on something.
Oh, I see. Well, you go on ahead. I just came to make sure that you're both all right.
Да. Ну и музыка, как всегда, печальная пошла. Как всегда. Могу? Да, могу. Так сразу плохая новость, сразу музыка печальная. Да.
Excuse us. Is anyone...
Who are you? I have a patient here who needs quiet bed rest. Please leave us be unless you have anything urgent to report.
This is the residence of Zuria Destri, and I'm Jala Khan, her family doctor. What did you mean by your question?
Your patient should be Zuria's son, right? She told us herself that...
No, you're right. Young Master Lescaut did have that illness once upon a time, but he's... Well, the young master's no longer with us. And now...
Пипец.
Oh. So, when she had requested time to go out over the past few days...
So, if I'm understanding this right, the one who's suffering from uncontrollable delusions is the Madame herself? She believes her son is...
That is correct. When the young master disappeared, she was organizing an art exhibit that she had specifically prepared. That might have been the trigger for her regret. Or perhaps the family's fall into loneliness and grief was inevitable.
But how could that be? She really looked like she had a handle on everything. Her smile was so lovely and
Those actions are proof that she can no longer differentiate between fantasy and...
Then, all the other things that she told us...
No, those were all real. Although, they were all things that happened before the young master left us for good.
I see. So after her son left, she created a fantasy world where her son was still with her.
She has been in a good mood the past few days, even humming a song when she returned from her stroll. She even began discussing with me the idea of using deliberate guidance to ease the illness. She spent a whole night staring at the shell the young master left behind, and the words that he had inscribed onto it. Then she broke down once.
But then what should we do? How can we help her? There has to be something we can...
Don't panic, Paimon. Even though this is a devastating piece of news, what should we do? I need to think. I need to remember the old... Dr. Jalakan, have you seen a picture book? The Madame should have brought it back.
Are you thinking about trying the guidance therapy she talked to me about?
Yes, this is it. That's right. If what Dr. Jalacan said was true, the past few days have been very helpful. We need to show her that her child has found a happy ending.
But wouldn't that just...
One must first face reality before accepting it. The Madame has been crushed by her feelings.
Right. Before today, I had thought she wanted to use Telksi's fantastic adventures to... And if we could complete it, we should be able to give her some feeling of inspiration and closure. There's no time to waste. Let's...
Понятно. Снова пиздец, что ли? Окей. Или нет, наверное. Ну. Да ёпт. А, здесь, наверное, лучше старой командой. Хотя можно попробовать. Вообще, в принципе. Чё бы и нет. Если не пройду, то, в принципе, поменяю на другую старую. И все.
We're here again. This is the final part of Telksi's journey, but the most important person...
Everyone, please don't be so down and gloomy. Remember what she told us?
You're right. Paimon needs to smile. If we have to give something to and then she'll be able to recover, right, everyone?
Yeah, I'm sure she would.
Be careful, brave adventurers. Here comes the evil monster that stole the crown. Prepare. Let's keep these Cyclops. Let's beat them up.
Watch out, everyone! They're coming at us again!
Looks stronger than ever today. We'll be going all out. Look alive. We'll reclaim the crown for you now, Your Highness. Get it on! Everyone hold his!
I'm sorry. I have to go. I made a promise to my friends, and I'm already very late.
But, Madame, you're still...
Don't try to stop me. Today's the most important day for treating Telksi. We'll use the guidance method. Didn't you also say...
I'm not trying to stop you, Madame. It's just...
Dr. Jalacan, how can you forget the name of your own patient? His name is Telksi. He's the prince of the kingdom of water imps. We will go...
I see. Madame, please rest assured, everything...
Zuria! Zuria! We've retrieved the crown!
Paimon, everyone, have you really?
Yes, but the coronation ceremony still hasn't taken place.
Wonderful! How wonderful! Telksi, my child, are you hearing this?
And the last page of the picture book. It's still waiting for you to
Right, the picture book. But I don't know what I
Don't worry, Telksi and his friends all know what should go on it. Get ready, Zuria!
Okay.
At last, Telksi and his friends were able to drive off the final invasion.
The water imps, finally returning to their homes, showered the prince with love and applause as he greeted them.
Moved by everyone's happiness, the prince stepped onto the Rainbow Bridge and took a good look at all the friends who had gone on the journey with... Huh? Where's the last person? The prince looked frantically around, but could not find the person he wanted to see most. At that moment,
The prince could not hold back his tears. He recognized then that the mysterious person that had been by his side the whole time, Zuria walked across the bridge and placed the crown above the prince's head. She smiled down upon him as she said,
That's the end of the story, Zuria.
Thank you. Thank you. I am so sorry, my child. Maman should have spent more time with you. Did you hear? Maman loves you too.
What's happening? Is Zuria talking to Telksi?
Quick, put on my diving helmet. There's a transcription module in it that's compatible with Telksi's output.
Mamo,
Да.
Mamo loves you too.
But I love you more, Mamo.
What? Did you see something?
Maman, I'm getting a little sleepy. If it's time for... Of course, my dearest child. As long as you want... Thank you, Maman. Your lullaby has always been my favorite. Now that I've heard it, I can... My poor darling. Please don't forget. I won't forget, Maman. And so is my love. Good night, Maman.
Да. Концовки какие-то, в принципе, охуенные здесь.
Traveler, Paimon, you're here.
Несмотря на то, что это всего лишь ивент.
Fremine! Why did you call us in such a hurry? Did you hear something from Zuria?
Don't worry, it's definitely great news. The Madame came here for a visit just now with her doctor. She said she'd like to return to the court to continue hosting the art exhibit. But this time, she'll work with her doctor to exhibit... Of course, Telksi's fantastic adventures and the guidance therapy will be included in the exhibit.
Wonderful! So it was...
Mm-hmm. Here, please take this picture book with you. The Madame wanted you to have it. If at some...
but this is her son's story, right? Is it really?
Don't worry, it's just a copy. She still has the original.
Alright, then there's no problem. It feels good knowing we've contributed to something important. Paimon definitely didn't expect...
Paimon, do you know what the Madame said? She said that at the moment when she placed the crown on Telksi's head, she felt like she really saw something beautiful. She also said that was when she was finally able to bid farewell to her son. She felt like at that...
Oh, really?
Perhaps. But if fantasy is just fantasy, and the fantasy world is not real, then how could it still grant a descent of the fairy tale world into the real world? You saw it too.
That can't be what happened, right?
Yes. I hope that everyone who's found themselves in a dark place would...
Так, сюжетку мы прошли. Раз у нас еще есть время, в принципе, можно и пройти. И вот это все. Что у нас будет? Давайте сначала битву пройдем, потому что, ну, самый уж более быстро проходимый для меня хочется пройти, в принципе. Я не знаю, попробую я пройти, наверное, с этим отрядом. Хоть у меня просто для... Ну, для забавы, можно сказать. Поменять нельзя абсолютно. Да, пофиг, в принципе, так. Давай. У нас тут... Мне кажется, все-таки со старым лучше, наверное, пройти. Давайте со старым пойду, пофиг, в принципе. Так. А помощник не могу, да, поменять? Не могу. Просто здесь-то на время, если не ошибаюсь, будет. Здесь по-любому на время, так что... А, надо подойти.
Another test subject.
Right now.
Care for a dance.
I see everything.
Care for a dance.
Emerge. Right here. Emerge.
Care for a dance. Dance with me!
Right here. Right now. Emerge. Alive. Everyone hold hands.
Care for a dance. Care for a dance.
I see everything.
Care for a dance.
Careful
Catch
dance,
this!
careful dance, careful dance.
Care for a dance.
Catch this.
Care for a dance.
Hey.
Catch this! Care for a dance.
Yeah.
Another test subject.
Emerge. Right now. Right here.
Care for a dance. Care for a dance. Care for a dance.
Another test subject.
Emerge. Right now.
Care for a dance.
Another test subject. Another test subject.
Hey. Let's get it on.
Care for a dance. Care for a dance.
Right here. Right now.
Another test.
Давайте так сделаем. Больше, в принципе. Понятно. Так, берем. Нравится Death.
Everyone hold hands. Right here. Right now.
Waste to the wicked.
I see everything. Right here. Emerge. Right. Oh. Yeah. Minutes.
Flames. Purge.
Everyone hold hands. Right now. This place hurt a little.
Waste to the wicked.
Emerge. Right here. Hey. Look alive. Everyone hold hands. Emerge. Right now.
Flames. Purge.
I see everything. Right here. Let's get it on. Everyone hold hands.
Waste to the wicked.
Да, роботы, как всегда, чешу. Осталось. Этот есть. В принципе, можно. Так, давайте. Так, я даже не помню, как за него. Так. Можно так. Чё бы и нет.
New unlucky today.
The time beckons.
Flames, purge! That's close enough. That's close enough. A new unlucky today. Take off!
Be sanctified.
Flames, purge! That's close enough. Look alive!
Your coming was foretold.
An oversight on my
Ай,
part.
блин. Вот ты сука.
Everyone hold hands.
Buckle up! You are not welcome.
Target practice.
The time beckons.
Embrace the storm!
Break forth!
Sharing my knowledge.
Where do you think you're going?
Settle down.
Даю.
Fuck off!
Let's get it on! Your coming was foretold.
Что ж вы такие жирные?
Be sanctified.
I'm getting sick.
А, теперь так. А кто у нас тут? А, плюс баф.
Another test subject.
That tingle?
Right now. I'm always watching.
Come again. That
Чё я баф?
dog, break forth!
Commit to memory. Right now.
Race to the wicked!
I see everything. Yeah. The Temple of Wisdom. Look alive. Right here. Right now.
Dog, break forth!
Everyone hold hands. Yeah, right here. Right now.
Another test.
Get it on!
I see everything. Everyone hold hands. Make yourself at home. Emerge. A sight to behold.
Да ты заходил.
Flames, purge!
Right here. Emerge.
Buckle up!
Hey. Sharing my knowledge.
You asked for it!
Так, и последнее. А, теперь резали. Или черный.
Right here, right now.
Let's get it on!
Hey! Emerge, right now, right here.
Dog, break forth!
Temple of Wisdom!
Emerge, right now, right here. I'm always watching.
Buckle up!
Twinkle hands!
Dog, break forth!
Emerge, right now, right here.
This makes it...
Waste to the wicked!
Emerge, right here.
Let's get it on!
Nothing left. Right now, emerge, right here.
Dog, break forth!
Present fate!
Flames, purge!
Так, это вроде все, да? Да, все. Так, и остались другие, которые более интересны для меня. Боевка, кто ее не делает? Боевка это боевка. Сюда. Давайте сюда. Давайте это. Сюда. Куда? А, видите? Это... А так могу? Все. Так, хочу... Тут же камень. Ай, блин. Там мы сделали. Ну. Конечно. Так, это мы сделали. Осталось это. Так. Так, ну что ж, приступим. Так. Правильно, не понял. А, тут... А как? Можно как-то? Или только так? А, это кнопка. Так, а, подожди. У нас... Тут... А я так могу? А, так. Мгм. Тут, и как тут? И так тоже будет. И как же? Ну, не понял. Есть. Пом. Никак не будет делать. Это понятно. А с этим что делать? С этим ты что делать? Ты сука. Что с этим делать? Подсказка только на одно, блин. Капец. Блять, а как? Не получится, блин. Ну-ка. Так что ли? Да. Ну. А тут зачеточка. Скажи, что у нас? Снова так. Угу. И чё у нас? То есть теперь это что ли? Да. Ой, еще хуже, ё-моё. Попал. А. Так что? Блин. еще дальше. А, это все, что ли? Подожди. Это... Да, это все. Ну что ж, ивент мы закончили. Так что да. Ну, это тоже ивент могу позаписать, он все-таки более типа отличается от, блядь, самого Геншина. Если я не ошибаюсь, это как типа Tower Defense вроде, да, типа. Я не помню просто его. Так что, скорее всего, увидимся в этом ивенте. Я бы хотел еще и Ханкай позаписывать, хоть и говорил, то, что я, если честно, уже в него не хочу. Ну, я его забросил, и не очень-то и хочется играть. Ну, что-то... Может, и Ханкай запишу уж. Потому что уж сколько там контента-то было. Может, вернусь туда, ну, не факт. Так что, скорее всего, увидимся в этом ивенте. Так что, всем пока-пока.